If you feel lonely, if you struggle to make friends, if you feel like you don't belong nowhere you go, if you feel like it's super hard to connect with others, to be asked out, to go places with other people, hang out with other people, and have fun, if you're never invited to go to places, this is a video for you because I have all the answer and the solutions for that. I used to be like that. I used to suffer from that too, and now I'm really blessed with such amazing friendships. And it's not all coincidence and magic, it's a lot of work too. So, let me tell you some 4 things you can do to start having more friends. Maybe you have already and you want more. Maybe you want better friends, or maybe you have none and you want friends. Either of that, either of those things, they're all fine. Let me help you get there. So, number one, when you have a conversation with people that is like a potential friend or someone you would like to connect with, you want to focus a lot in figure it out which things you guys have in common so you can talk about those things. So if you find out you have something in common with somebody else, that means that that person is going to be very happy about it. You're going to be able to empathize, connect, and identify each other in the conversation. So that's why mostly when you're starting a relationship or a friendship, it's very important that you kind of prioritize the things you have in common rather than the things that make you guys different. Maybe with the time that the relationship gets deeper and deeper, you can also integrate the things that make you guys different. Maybe not, it depends in the relationship, but mostly and firstly, you should focus on the things you guys have in common so it's easier to talk, to be excited, and to understand the conversation and each other. Number two is to give honest and genuine advice, not advice, honest and genuine compliments. Because sometimes people come off like really fake, or you can just tell straight up that they want something from you, and that's why they're being like suddenly really friendly. But if you give a genuine advice of something that you honestly think it's cool or nice or crazy or whatever, then you're gonna inspire like a very natural and positive reaction in the other person, and that's gonna open up their perspective to you. They're gonna start to see you with a different light, with a more positive way. So that's really good to start connecting with people, is to find things you like about them, find positive things you see in them, and being like really honest about it, not trying to say something nice out of the hand, like out of nothing, just trying to be very genuine with that. And also act curious in the conversations, make questions, ask them about themselves, and figure out what topics they're interested in. Ask them about what they're passionate about, what are their hobbies, and whatever is that, ask them about the things that you notice they like talking. Do not ask about the things that they feel awkward or nervous or uncomfortable. Go ahead and ask those questions about the topics that they're very passionate about, very inspired, very excited. Go and connect with that, and he'll be so happy to meet you and to spend time with you. And do not be like a passive, like also try to talk about the things that you're excited about. But it's very important that both feel comfortable in the conversation, not only him or her, and not only you. Next is to initiate, to not be waiting always to people come to you. Be also the person to come with others, come to others, start conversations, keep with conversations, because sometimes conversations can be like small talks and they can be very like short and straightforward. Try to make them a little longer. Try to hold in the conversation a little more. Try to make more questions. And if you notice the person feels uncomfortable, then just let them and give them space. But other people are going to enjoy talking with you, and are going to want to talk more, get to know you better, and show you more about who they are. So try to initiate, try to keep conversations longer, try to ask more questions, try to pay attention, and also talk about yourself a little bit. That helps. And finally, and very important as well. So all of the other tips and tricks that I give you, they're very social, they're very psychological. So it's like literally human behavior, action and response. So this works and these are actions. So you can start to get them in practice and introduce them in your social skills, in your social habits. But now I'm going to give you in a spiritual, energetical type of tips and tricks, and it is to do shadow work related to friendships and connections with people. So what you want to do is that you want to write all the negative things that you think about friendships and relationships in general, like connecting with other people, hanging out with people, having fun with people. So all the bad things that come to mind, ask yourself, what are the bad things about connecting with others, about hanging out with others, having fun with others, having friends? Like, ask you that question. What is the things I don't like, what I hate, what is negative, what is bad? And then you make a list as much as you can from your own thoughts and ideas, and then you burn it or you throw it in the toilet. And then after that, you release that energy. And that's something that I just learned from Anita Siren, I think that's her name. All credits to her when it comes to this releasing beliefs very nicely. I had another method, but I feel like this is the upgrade for real. So after you release that, either by burning or throwing it away, then you want to write down in a new notebook, on a new paper, the affirmations that you want to now introduce yourself. It's good to have friends. Friends are very fun. Friendships can be very healing. All these positive, juicy, nice, nurturing phrases and affirmations. And then you want to start repeating that to yourself every morning. First thing you wake up, you tell yourself that. You wake up, you tell yourself that. And you can do that for 21 days. That's like 3 weeks. So you can rewire your brain and energetically change to another vibration, so you can start experiencing better things when it comes to friendships and connections with people and all that kind of stuff. So try it out and let me see how it goes for you. Comment down below how many friends you have, or how are you feeling right now. Like, are you struggling with this? Are you confident about this? Are you ready to try these tips out? Also comment if they work for you. So if they work, I can keep sharing it with more people, and if they don't, I can look for other ones. But they definitely did work for me, so I'm sure they're gonna work for many guys. Goodbye.